Listen, everyone is different. I've never had a birthday celebration in my entire life. Okay. My mom, since the age of 8 or 9, told me she hated me. She used to call the police on me. So I have a whole entire criminal record as a child, only because my mom would call the police to get me out of the house. So they would arrest me. I've been in foster home, I've been in lighthouse runaway shelters, and I used to spend a great deal of time in juvenile detention. The last time I got out was the day before I turned 18 because they couldn't hold me anymore because I was turning an adult rather. So that's just how my mom treated me. She told me for years she couldn't wait till someone would kill me. She can't wait till I die. My dad was just as damaged as my mother. That's what attracted them together. That's how trauma works. So they both went through a lot of the same traumas as children. They both were very volatile. Both were very hateful, very spiteful. They both had a very hard time loving. And if they wasn't in a situation where they were needed, they had no use for you, no matter how they knew you. So I've never had a dad. I've never had a mom. Both of my parents hated their mom and dads. I've never even seen my grandfathers, barely spent time around my grandmothers, maybe a week around both of them total in my entire life. Hyper independent is an understatement. There is almost not anything I did not teach myself because everyone else had all the advantages I did not have. I had none of that. So for me to compete with my demographic, to compete with my peers, to compete with people around me, to even stay relevant or even to survive, I had to work almost 10 times as hard as most of the other people around me. I was better than most people because I had to work harder. While everybody else was asleep, I was annoying my fucking neighbors outside 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with a basketball banging on against the backboard and dribbling up and down the court. I've developed a work ethic that allows me to work up to 20, 24 hours straight with no problem because it had allowed me to facilitate being able to be better than what my predicaments had determined for me. I lived outside. I was homeless. There was nobody, no family to call. My mother never allowed me to come and sleep on her couch, never offered to feed me. My father wasn't nowhere around. I had to forge myself literally almost every single night in a fucking fire. Burn, burn every time, every day that presented a man that I did not want to be. And then I had to, like how AI is, I had to do the generative thing where I had to take scraps and places from people that I like, people that had personalities or behaviors or dressed a certain way or carried themselves. So when I had an ideal of what type of man I wanted to be, and if I saw that kind of that in a man, that character, that trait, that virtue, then like AI, I would strip that. I would learn that. I would see how he developed it. And then I would implement that just like you would playing basketball. Oh, you see, he had a nice fadeaway. That would look good in your game. So then you study his fadeaway. Now you got a great fadeaway. Made to diversify how you move around the court. It's the same way in life. You have to look towards the people that you want to emulate that are better than you, that are where you want to be. And you have to take those things. That's what I had to do to forge myself and create the man that I wanted to be. It was the most arduous process that I've ever been through in my fucking life. And I got to a place where now I understand the trauma my mother went through. I understand the trauma my father went through. So I don't have an animosity towards anybody. I don't hate my mom for how she treated me. I don't hate my dad for how he was, how he treated me, or his absence, because I have an understanding after going through all I've been through and after going through the healing phase and then going through the educational part to it, where I also begin to understand trauma, not just heal myself, but have an understanding and an empathy towards people who are still going through trauma and exhibiting behaviors that are result of their trauma. In doing so, it gave me the ability to understand why my parents were the way they are, how they got there, how I got to where I was. And I also feel I cannot actually come to a healing process if I was not able to actually forgive them. Fights, the guns, the shootings, all nights in the streets. I've been through all types of trauma, physical trauma. I still bear a lot of the scars, okay? But we don't have to die still bearing that same fucking trauma. There is a way out. You can heal. You have to remember if you're damaged, if the other parent is damaged, then the kids have no hope. So somebody has to heal for the sake of your child or your children. Someone. If the mother is damaged, you, sir, it is your duty if that's what you have to do. If the father is that damaged, you, ma'am, it is your duty, if that is what you have to do. No matter how the other person identify, both of you cannot stay fucked up. Someone has to heal to at least give the children a chance. That's what I came to the consensus of. I have not stopped working on myself since. I created an entirely free course on YouTube, Overcoming Trauma. It's an entirely free course for you to take at your own leisure, at your own time, and you can heal as you see fit. And it's free. I don't want anything from it. Please, it's just my way of trying to help someone else. Heal, heal, sir, heal, ma'am, please.